Hello, my name is Sandy and today I'm going to show you how to make a patiala salwar. You will need 3 meters of fabric and your fabric it must be 1.5 meters width. And this is the minimum amount of fabric that you will need to make a full patiala. So the first thing you have to do is fold your fabric by the middle, by the 2 meter side. Here I have my width. And now fold it again. And here I will mark the length of my salwar from top to down. And here my ankle part, I will leave you the measurements in the screen. Here the crotch area, and trace a line here to join the points and cut it. And now this part, turn it to the opposite side and following this angle line, put it here and also follow this line to remove the extra fabric, and this one following the angle line of the inner leg part. Now cut it, this one throw it away, and this one remove it, and we will save this part of fabric to make my waistband and the hem parts. Now you have your both pieces for the leg part. If you open it, you will get this and this. Now separate it by here because we need 2 of these, and separate it by here, and we have 2 of these also. Now you have your leg patterns. With the rest of my fabric I will trace my waistband. I will only trace the half of my waistband because my fabric is folded by the middle, and the hem parts I will trace it full because I need 2 of them, so I will trace 1 and cut it. And this I need 2, so I will separate it, and this will be folded like this. And now let's see how to sew it. You have to first construct the leg parts in this way. You have to attach your pieces by here sewing and by here in both parts, front and back. Now the hem parts are going here and the waistband is going here. A full patiala is a very long one because we had to make a lot of pleats all over this length. So once you pleat it, you will reach the size of your waistband. So after you pleat it, just attach the waistband. If you don't have width enough on your fabric, for example, you have 1 meter and 10 centimeters, do the same as I am showing you here. By this side, fold it like this, and here leave this part free to make your waistband and your hem parts. It will be enough depending on your size. And fold it again like this. Now mark the length of your salwar. And here we will mark the half of the width of your fabric. Draw your ankle part and draw this line and cut it, and you have the same leg parts. Take this and put it here and remove this part, and you have the same leg pieces that in the last example. Separate it in the same way. And with the leftover fabric, trace your waistband and the hem parts. Cut it, and you have your patterns ready. Sew it in the same way I told you in the last example. Here I have my fabric and I fold it as I explained you in the first example. Because my fabric is width enough, I have a fabric with 1.5 meters width. In this part I have one fold and two layers, two single layers, and in this part I have one fold with 4 layers inside. So here I will mark the length of my salwar, and from this point I will mark my ankle part. Here I will mark my inner leg part, and I will join these 2 points. And I will cut it. Now I will slip my fabric in this way, and I turn back my other piece of fabric. I will put it like this, follow this line, and remove this part. I will also remove this part to get my second leg piece, and I will separate my pieces by here. These are my 2 small pieces with my crotch area here. And now these pieces, the big ones, I will separate also by here. And I have my 2 big pieces with the hem bottom part here. Now I will make my waistband with the rest of my fabric. And now the hem pieces, I need 2 strips of fabric. And now I will join my 2 pieces. Here I have my hem part. So I will slip my piece like this. And in this part I will join with one of my small pieces. You have to join them by here. Slip it again. Now join with one big piece with the second big piece. And at the end of your second big piece, not at the end, in the next point, join with the second small piece. Now in the end, join it with the other extreme of your big piece. And you will have something like this once you sew it. All this long is your patiala leg piece all together. Here I have the crotch area with this triangle. This is the crotch area. And here you have 2 stitches. It's in the place you join the pieces. We will pleat all this long. And once you finish to make the pleats, attach the waistband over here and the hem parts here and there. Now you have to make some coffee and play a movie because you will pleat a patiala salwar, so it will take time. First, set your waistband here and mark the middle point and match it with the crotch area line. Pin it together, the center points, and now bring the extreme of your leg piece and pin it to the extreme of your waistband and do the same in the opposite side. Now you have this pin here and here. Now I will start with a big pleat in the center. This will be the front part of my patiala. And from the center to the right, make your pleats in the opposite direction. Then I start to make small pleats. and continue in the opposite direction to your left. Use as many pins as you want because it will help you to keep your pleats in place, so it will be easier to sew it. Once you finish to pleat one side, you will have something like this. And now turn it to the other side and repeat the same process. Make a big pleat in the center and continue with the small pleats. Once you finish, you have something like this. Set the pins like this in a vertical way, so you will not have to remove it to sew your pleats, and that is so useful. Sew all over around, and now you will have this. Now let's attach our waistband. I already closed it by here, and this stitch I will match it with the center point in the back part of my patiala, like this, and I will pin it and sew it together. Keep the waistband in place and continue sewing. Once you finish, let's close our elastic by here to make a circle, then cover it with the waistband, and you have to sew from here outside of the elastic. I mean, don't touch the elastic with the stitch, leave it free inside your fabric. Close the elastic first, then cover it and sew it next to the elastic. Remember, this is so important, the elastic, it must be free inside your fabric. Once you finish, strengthen it like this to distribute the elastic properly inside the waistband, and now make a stitch just in the middle of the elastic, all over around. Now the hem parts. We will close it first, and after that attach it to the bottom part of the salwar in both legs. Close it with the interface inside, stitching in the edge, and after that attach it to the bottom part of your salwar, and you have it. Once you have both legs ready, close it like this with the right side of the fabric inside, and then sew all over the inner leg part. You have to start in one hem piece and finish in the next one. And that's it, your patiala salwar is ready. It looks like this, you only have to press it. And once you wear it, you will look like this. No, you will look better, I'm sure. And as me, if you can find your dream fabric, just don't hesitate to buy it and make your patiala salwar, and don't forget to post your pictures in our Facebook page. We will be waiting to see. Thank you very much for watching my videos. The recommended video for this week is how to make all kinds of anarkali patterns. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe.